What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916. You tuned into another edition of Fresh Out. Me and my man Justin here from Ticket Clothing. The game is dirty, man. We kicking some game, lacing you guys up. Subscribe, share the channel, man. We got to blow this thing up to 1 million. I mean, I'm putting out some of the realest content on the internet. And, man, we were just chopping it up about, you know, everything that's going on in society, about the rampant crime, how, you know, they're utilizing things as smoke screens, and it's just crazy, man. I mean, I look at the situation, and I'm an ex-criminal, man, and I'm like, this shit is out of control. It's out of control. It's insane. You know, there's stuff happening right now. Literally, I had a friend that was in Oakland, got robbed broad daylight, you know, and he called the cops, and the cops were like, there's nothing we can do about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how's this normal? I mean, Justin, man, you know, you're seeing a lot of the stuff that's going on, and I look at it like it's almost like a subdiversion where you come in and from the inside out, you can take over something and then implement something else, like you come with a solution but you created the problem.
Create the problem. Yeah.
Chaos out of rule.
Yeah.
You know, rule out of chaos, actually. What is your whole take on all this stuff, man?
Well, not to be sound antisocial, but that's the most government control is anyway. They create a problem, and they bring you the answer, but you don't know they're the ones that create the problem. And that's what I'm saying. That kind of stuff has been going on for so long. You would think people that's older than us would know this. Some of them do, but not enough, and would tell you, hey, this is play R27. They just running the same thing again.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's, you know, It's the same plays, just name it different name, but it's the same thing going on. And it's like, especially during that COVID era, that's triggered it, but now it's still going on. You can, if you ain't kill nobody, you going home. You get arrested for no matter what it is. If you have, like, you know, because people have personal use, but you can tell when you got some for sale.
Yeah.
Now for sales, you know they locking you up. But now it's like they even changed the laws. What used to be, I don't know who they trying to protect all of a sudden, but like A felony drugs or level F drugs that basically would go to jail for it. Now you just get a ticket. You can have cocaine and crystal meth. It's a ticket, like a traffic violation. And no matter what it is, you get to go home, which is fine. I don't care. But they're saying don't have me doing all kinds of paperwork, and then it's a waste of time.
What about?
But no matter what you do, all these smash and grabs, no one's getting in trouble. That's why it's coming trendy. You got to keep it as not even necessarily criminals. And they just film and they get all their hoodies and they run up and smash and grab all this stuff because there's no consequences. You are not.
So as a business owner, or you're somebody who's trying to maintain, and then, you know, they go in any store and they're just taking, you know, makeup and all this stuff and doing this stuff. I mean, what are you supposed to, I mean, is this like, hey, it's just what it is now? I mean, what is that, man? It's just.
Well, the people who necessarily believe in the system don't get it. That's by design. I mean, I don't like to bring up that COVID stuff because you got so many mixed views on that. But even, come on, that stuff is, that was designed to take down small business. That's why when COVID hit, small businesses just went plummeted, and you got Sam Clubs can stay open, Costco can stay open,
Walmart
can stay open. Target can stay open. The weed shop can stay open.
Yeah, liquor
store. But the
store.
nail shop, the barber shops, all that kind of stuff that people need, all that had to close. You know, so if this thing is a virus, you can't reason with it. It's gonna be everywhere. How is it gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be over here? You can go ahead and shop. I'll leave you alone till you finish, and I'll be over here. And now that's another new racism they added, because now you got the people who believe in that shit and the people who don't.
Yeah. And
it's a stigma. Just like I heard you now, you see people wearing masks, and then some don't. That's a secret, you know, because I see people that are like, look at this idiot wearing that mask, or this, no, you know.
Yeah,
tell you but you know what it is. The people that they already swallowed the whole thing and believe that. Now that's a whole new classes of people now. So now you got,
right.
You know what I'm saying? That's like a new form of racism or stigma, because you got people that be like, man, this clown wearing this and this and that. You can see them, you know, the
separation, another divide.
Separation, man. I was at Nordstrom's the other day. This lady was all covered up and overdoing it. And then they had to send a special person for it. They're like, man, just come over here and we'll help you out. You know, all that kind of stuff. And people need to know that this is almost like chaos is being created. And when it gets really, really bad, most likely the government going to step in or have some new policy and say, hey, we're going to do this, and that'll fix it. And people just going to swallow and eat it. And I don't understand how people just lost all form of common sense. Nobody's reading the label on the back of anything. They're just taking it at face value.
But don't you think like right now it seems like we're at the height of a spiritual war? I feel like, when I used to read a lot of stuff in prison, and I used to be like, man, please let me make it out of here before all this stuff hits. And then I get out here and I see what's going on, and then I'm like, damn, bro, they're doing it. This is it, man. They're doing it like prison. They took the weights, closed down all the prison. That's the first thing they do in prison when take the weights so you're weak. And then they started messing with the food. I've seen people stand in a line, Woodland Hills, to get 2 packages of meat. I said, damn, that's like rationing in the commissary in prison. You can only buy so many cans of tuna.
Right.
That's crazy. This is what they in prison. You're at your limit. So then you got to have a homie, hey, man, go buy me some tuna. You don't go shopping. Here's some money. I'll put it on your books. I'm like, dude, they're doing the same thing. You got to go to 3 grocery stores to get enough meat to last you through the next 2 weeks.
2 weeks, man.
I'm like, who does that on the street, man? This is a cold game. And I was one time walking down Ventura Boulevard, and it was just quiet. And I'm exercising and keeping my mind strong. And I'm like, because literally, they got it like locked down in a pen. Locked down. You can't come, no yard time, no nothing. I'm like, this shit is crazy, man. They locked it down on the street, man.
On the street.
Because you know how they get,
It was quiet. You'd be out traffic. It was no traffic on the road.
405 was wide open.
That shit was amazing. Actually, that was cool though. You don't want it to be that way because of that reason, but I got used to it.
Dude.
I got used to it, man. Work was it was no work, really no work, and you can get to work fast. It was just like, man. But you don't want the end results. Because deep down, I know how evil that is and what the plot is. I personally don't. Yeah. You know, a lot of people believe things going to go back to where they are.
Never.
That's that bullshit.
Never.
That's that Disney.
Disney.
That's the apple pie shit.
Apple
this
pie,
shit is, they are in motion, what they finna do now, and it ain't going back.
Yeah, we're not.
But you still got people that believe just if you change who's in office, or if you do this, or if you don't just stop lying to you. Them people not gonna make it. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're gonna be suiciding themselves. Not to sound ugly, but if you got displaced, and when this stuff really gets even more, and they start grinding out even more, they're not gonna be able to. And the Advil's not gonna help.
Well, look at the suicide rates already. They already can't cope.
Yeah, and they don't even tell you how bad it is.
No, that's really bad. as far as
how is this gonna increase all of a sudden for no reason?
Man,
young cats just taking themselves out, and they make it seem like this. Something in there is, and they don't, they don't.
Kids now, dude, they're literally they're packed in these hospitals. They're not saying kids who are trying to kill themselves. They don't even know what gender they are. Kids are sitting around now, man. I'm telling you, you guys don't. The stuff they're pushing on young people. I can only imagine the stress, but literally right now, people are going crazy on top of the accessibility to where the pill popping, whether like we were young, the pill popping, and then when the fentanyl mixed in with that stuff now, literally coming through Mexico here, that's just flooding. And dude, they're saying like overdoses in Oregon where they decriminalized a lot of the drugs is up like 40, 50%.
Yeah, and they know what they're doing.
They're not even talking about on the news though, 40%.
And that's what,
The small towns like Rhode Island, all them small towns like on the East Coast, Massachusetts, dude, they said the drug bad, bad. Way, we think it's like, dude, it's horrible, horrible, and nobody's talking about it, man.
And they're not going to. And then and this whole thing, because I got in an argument with one of my female friends about, like me personally, I don't smoke and nothing like that. I'm a nerd.
Yeah.
But at the same time, and she said, well, why you don't? I said, at the end of the day, because people make excuses for what they want to do in their life. In other words, when people doing something they shouldn't be doing, they always make amends for it as to why they're doing it. I don't do that to myself. If I'm doing something wrong, I know this is wrong, and eventually I'll face the consequences of it.
Yeah.
And I had to tell them, I said, sweetie, at the end of the day, drugs is to get your ass out of reality. That's it. That means you got problems you're dealing with that you don't want to handle. So you go into la la land, no matter how you do it. But when you come out of that shit, guess what's waiting for you? Your problems like this. You finish? And then you go back again. And next thing you know, you just spend 10 years fucked up because you don't want to handle your fucking life. I said, I am reality, and I deal with that shit.
Yeah.
That's just hiding from life. Like, deal with your shit.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that's the original purpose of it. But now that's why they lie. These little, they run to get that stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with them kids. Them girls be on their heels looking all nice and shit and run to the thing to get their stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with them motherfuckers. Ain't nothing wrong with them at all. They go get their stuff, talking about I have this condition. Because they just write you stuff.
That's right, right.
Yeah, that's a bit. That's why that stayed open during COVID. How's that necessity? None of them people have no, I'm willing to say maybe 1% of people really have an issue.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it, just keep it real. Don't have to lie to me. But at the same time, and plus, it's not even what we grew up on.
No, totally different.
Their brains is getting fried. They don't know. See, they don't tell you that either. This shit, people be acting weird off that shit.
They don't come back.
It's not. It ain't what it was back when I was growing up.
No.
Something's in that shit. And they have to do it after a while. They getting fucked up and their memories getting bad and shit and mood swings. But you can't tell nobody nothing until it's too late. Once you fried, then it's, so, but I don't know. But all this so-called self-destruction is by design. They're just letting everything happen. Everything's a go. And I couldn't believe that, man. Everything's a go. No matter what you do, when we do, they just cite you out. Here you go. Cite you out.
I was just seeing something.
If you ain't murdered nobody, you going home.
The kid who stole Pop Smoke's jewelry, $60,000 worth of jewelry or watch or something, he got $3,000 for it. $3,000 for him. I mean, dude, it's like what's the there's no even rationale. And I tell him, like, dude, you're stealing watches, you're stealing stuff, you're pawning it, and then what are you doing? You're not opening a business. You're going to buy weed. You're playing video games, Xbox. You're not even using it to start a corporation. So at the end of the day, when it's all gone, you got to do it again.
You got to do it again.
So then you're stealing again. So it's like, what have you really got from that, man? I mean, what
Nothing.
do you?
And then they so absent-minded and stupid with the social media shit, because when they get shit, you see how my hat's sitting here? They'll steal shit and have it in their house. And they going live on their pages. And you know what they do? They get warrants and go get them. They in the house still not paying attention. They got stolen shit in their house, but you on your page. And then, they see that shit and they issue a warrant for that shit, raid, and then boom, there you go. And they found out all this shit. Just ignorant.
Linking all kind of crimes. Telling on themselves.
Whole room full of shit. And they check them serial numbers and boom, boom, boom. But they telling on themselves because they up there, everything got to be verified. Everything got to be filmed.
Yeah.
Everything got to be filmed. I'm like, man, but.
I remember when I grew up, I've never seen any gangsters with pictures.
Right.
Nobody took pictures. No, hey man, hey. Nobody took no pictures. I've never seen nobody growing up take a picture with a gun.
Right.
A gun?
Right.
Man, you gotta be a fool. And the dude, I seen one dude, he had a 50 cal, man. His feds froze that Instagram. That was straight to his house. What is this? IP, man, they kicked the door in. Dude, this one dude in Chicago, he looked like a rocket launcher. Mm-hmm. I said, damn, this nigga's on IG with a rocket launcher? I got it. Look at this. This dude.
Yeah, because you can't even pick that up.
Dude, what are you doing? Dude, that's like a Secret Service, fucking ATF. I'm like, dude, how stupid are you? These dudes are bragging. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
And I see now how far your mind got to be gone. That's what I'm telling you. Because they live in perpetual. Some people live in perpetual highness.
Yeah, you're right. You're never come down.
They mumble talk. They're not. It's like, man, and they don't get it. And I guess they actually lose focus, man. They don't really understand how off they are. Because it's too common, and then...
Until they come down and actually sitting in that cell, like cold turkey, and they're like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Damn, what do all these charges mean? This charge, what does this mean? Ooh, what does this mean?
When you don't self-evaluate, and that's when life come get you. Like, okay, you don't want to face it, I'll fix it for you. And then... But, I don't...
Man, I tell them, and they don't know nothing about Black's Law. I'll tell you about that Black's Law. You be up in there watching BET. BET, they call you to court. You like, oh, what does this mean? How many years is that? What does that mean? Concurrent, consecutive. Consecutive. Yeah, that means it's back to back, buddy.
Back to back.
Back to back, man. No clue, man. It's Justin, man, it's crazy, man. Like you said, all we could do is put the information out there, man. I'm just sharing life experiences. You guys are gonna do what you're gonna do, but it's almost like it's a calling, man. That I give back like this, and people say, well, who are you? You're a hypocrite, man. You did this and that. I did some horrible stuff, man. I did some stuff, man, that ain't cool, but, at least I'm keeping it real, though. I'm not lying to you and bragging about it. Endorsing it. Yeah, nigga, go rob that nigga, tie that nigga up. Woo, went in the bank, man, had everybody up in there, ski masks. Woo, I was a gangster. Nah, nigga, that was some dumbass shit. I could have got killed. If the police would have shot me that day, man, I ran across the freeway, 20 cop cars, spike strip, jumped over, ran across, man.
Shit.
Dude, they could have shot, man. Man, it was like 8, 9 police. They had guns on me when they told me to get on the ground. Now, if I would have been wrestling with them, dude, I wouldn't have been out of pocket. I had just put 8 people on the ground in the bank.
Was you already swole too back then?
I was swole.
Oh, yeah.
I was swole. They could have got me. Dude, man, I
hope you thank the Lord for that every day.
Man, I'm telling you, man. That's why I tell people, don't tell me about the police. Look, man, the police, they told... During the high-speed chase, they pulled the gun out. We didn't stop. We smashed through it. I could have got killed, and it would have been like.
Where was you at though? What state? What?
Man, right up here. Man, right up here in Ventura County, man. It's like.
No, you did get spared. That's not.
I got spared.
Protocol,
man, look, I ran across 6 lanes of traffic during a 101 commute, man. I don't know how I even made it across there. There's a picture. I jumped over the center divider. I don't even know how I made it.
Man.
I was like basically floating on God time.
Let me spare this dude. Let me spare this
man,
dude.
he had in the car.
Yeah, he did,
I've seen people get hit on the free. Dude, I don't know how I made it across the freeway. Really, and I made it. I ran up the freeway, up an embankment, and they caught me on Ventura Beach on the sidewalk, and they were ready for me. I'm like, damn, bro, how'd I get there? And I just laid on the ground. I looked at the ocean. That was it. That was the last time I was like, dude, I'm gone. They were like, dude, I don't know how I made it believe. I still think back that day. I'm like, damn, dude. Everybody else got caught in the car. When the car stopped, I jumped out the car, and they sent the K9 in there, and the K9 was already on the dudes in the car. I tell you guys, man, this shit
that's a blessing that you hear.
Dude, it's a blessing. That I mean, and both my co-defendants are dead. One of them died of lupus 2 years after he got out. The other one got shot by LAPD downtown. Remember when they did that sweep and the homeless guy, they shot him. He said he reached for the gun. They were cleaning. Yeah. That was my co-defendant.
Oh, shit.
He did 17 years in prison and
then
went crazy. Went crazy in prison, got out, went to Skid Row, was living on Skid Row, and got shot. So I tell you guys some real shit, man. I'm not trying to braggadocious. I'm not trying to be super criminal, super anything, thug. I just try to share from the heart, man. This shit is crazy, man. It gives me chills just thinking about that. I'm still alive, man. I'm like, you know.
Yeah, that's something else. That story, oh man.
So
if I was seeing that live, I would have been like, oh, let me.
Dude, what's crazy?
When is that camera gonna zoom out? Because they zoom out after you zoom out.
You know what's crazy? I was doing a live, and one of the sheriffs that was working that morning, Ventura, he said, man, it's great to see you change your life. He said, I was working that morning, and I got the call, and I was just getting off work, and we had set a perimeter down the freeway in case you came past us. He said, man, and I remember that morning that robbery happened. I was working. And that was 20-something years ago. I'm like, damn, dude, he's listening to the live. He's like, dude, I was working that morning. I said, God damn, man, I should have stayed my ass in bed, man. So, hey, you guys, the game is dirty, man. Here with my man Justin, Big Herc 916. Hit that subscribe button, man. Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at FreshOutSeries.com.